Tom's Tai Chiing in my face right now.
He's
Iron Fist, the protector of Kunlun.
I'm gonna Tai Chi all over your face.
No! That's what I said about that.
Too bad.
Too bad.
You want the mustache on or off? Off. Too bad.
You're very good. Good C-Lab reference. Rude Nation, what's up?
What's up? Welcome to the only show that only needs two people because
Right.
we're awesome.
And also no introduction.
Exactly. I'm Tom.
Here's our introduction. I'm Sherm. Welcome. We're the Rude Boys. We're the Rude Boys Power Hour Plus back again, episode 47.
It's gonna be a fucking mess.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think we've been having a pretty good click of good episodes. So you know what? Maybe we are due for some crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
We're gonna
It's coming up.
We're gonna
It's
be
coming up.
We're gonna be talking.
Yeah.
We're gonna be talking, referencing some crap.
Yeah,
later.
that's definitely going to be happening because, Nation, we're going to be talking about X-Men in the movies.
Welcome
all right?
to die.
Because we are celebrating the launch of the pretty much foreseeable last X-Men film in the Fox franchise that we know of. I know New Mutants has been in the garbage can for weeks and months and years. But Dark Phoenix coming out as of recording this Friday. And yeah, it's kind of the end of an era, a little bit.
A little bit.
Fox got gobbled up by Disney, so X-Men, next time you're going to see them, they're going to be in the MCU, which is pretty hype. So let's tip our hats to pretty much the progenitors of the comic book movie genre.
Yes, they are.
The modern comic book movie genre.
It did start it. X-Men.
Yep. Hey! Put a cap in it, buddy. That's later.
Okay.
But now...
Who's in your mouth, Chris?
Who's in my mouth? We got some Miller Ultra High Life.
Ooh.
A callback from last episode.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Tommy, who is in your mouth?
Also, some Miller High Life Light.
Right,
And
okay,
this is a
same
fresh...
Ooh.
Yeah.
that's a good
I
sound.
see, I waited until we were on air. Yeah.
I'm so better than you. Clink it up,
Clink it.
bitch. That is some delightful... He's still going. That is some delightful beer. And this is going to be a delightful show. Oh my god. So let's roll it right into Blitzkrieg, Tommy. You feeling juiced up for Blitzkrieg? You got that Blitzkrieg juice?
Oh, juicing, yeah. Kicking off in video games.
All right, let me stop you right there.
Cool.
So here's a little behind the scenes, Nation. We're also right around the corner for E3. So we are refraining from talking about anything E3 related as of now, because obviously when this episode posts, E3 is going to be happening. There's going to be stuff coming out, leaks, news, this and that. Obviously, this is all out of date, and you will be getting our reactions from the Rude Boys. You see where I'm going with this? On our YouTube page. bit.ly/Rude Boys RudeTube, all lowercase. Yes, we do have a YouTube, Tom.
Shit.
Yeah, I know.
I had no clue.
And we're going to be doing some Rude Boys reacts, definitely with the Nintendo Direct coming out. Anything Sony related, the Avengers reveal, we'll have a Rude Boys reacts. I'd imagine to that.
That's my boner.
That's Tom's Rude Boys reacts right there. That would be actually a pretty fun video.
Yeah.
Which... spoiler alert. So anyway, Tom, let's get into Blitzkrieg as of recording. What is going on in the world of video games?
Pokemon stuff.
Pokemon stuff,
Revealed.
man. We are fresh out of the Pokemon Sword and Shield Direct that just happened this morning. Again, as of recording. Really, the one thing we want to talk about is Tom's obviously, this is going to be... Tom goes to sleep for 15 minutes. Not 15 minutes, but... so November 15th, worldwide release date for Pokemon Sword and Shield. Mm-hmm. Awesome. They debuted the Legendaries, which is like these two wolves. One's got like a shield mane, and the other one's got a sword in his mouth. Yep. And their big thing is, pun intended, is this thing called Dynamax? Dynamaxing? I don't know. It's basically that makes the Pokemon just giants. They make the Pokemon like big kaiju.
So they're going Digimon.
No, but they're still,
Digimon
but they're not.
that.
Digimon would digivolve and then become bigger. These guys they're just literally blow them up. They're just giant, like big old, balloons. You know what I mean?
Okay, I miss Digimon.
Digimon's still around, guy. You just gotta find it.
I really enjoyed Digimon.
Right.
That shit was tight.
All right, stop this. Let's talk about Pokemon. All right, where's the fucking Digimon Direct? And it didn't happen because it doesn't exist.
Yeah, well,
Yep. Okay.
The future's now.
Oh, yep. All right, sure. But Dynamaxing is really just in the same vein of the Mega Evolutions and the Z moves, like just the next big hook, no pun intended, for Pokemon battles. You know what I mean?
Cool.
Like another wrinkle to add to that shit. Other things that got announced at it was like a little company briefing. You got this thing called Pokemon Home, which is this cloud-based service that connects Pokemon Go, Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee, Pokemon Sword and Shield, and all the previous Pokemon from Pokemon Bank together, and you can access it on your Nintendo Switch or your cellular telephone. So you can trade on the go and do stuff like that. You can basically manage all your Pokemon in your pocket. Your pocket monsters in your pocket. Finally.
Misty's in my Pokemon Bank.
Also, they did a this Pokemon Sleep thing, which was like this long ago quality of life thing Nintendo wanted to do.
Yeah,
they basically put a accelerometer machine in your bed at Tom's face, and it basically just manages how you sleep. I guess just if you have a restful sleep or restless sleep, and it monitors that stuff and it gamifies it somehow by having Pikachu there. I don't fucking know.
That's a Pokemon game I could get behind
because it involves sleeping, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Real base level adventure right there.
I can evolve the fuck out of a Pokemon while sleeping.
Some other stuff they also debuted, or they teased really the next, that we talked about it last Blitzkrieg News, where the company DNA and Pokemon Company's making a game coming out for mobile. I believe it might be coming out at the end of this year. Don't quote me on that. I do not do any research. This was a while ago. There was something else, and I really just don't remember, but that is enough Pokemon news that Tom can stomach, and that I can keep my brain all at once. So let's hit it, Tom.
Here's something that you can fall asleep to.
All right, here comes the white noise.
DC Universe Online coming to the Switch.
Now, you used to play this, right?
I did. I played it on PS4, where it took 6 hours to download.
Sure, that sounds all right.
I did it on the computer as well, where it took 12 hours.
Oh, wow, all right.
So God knows how long it'll take to download on the Switch.
Seriously. I downloaded Warframe. Still never downloaded it. Like I downloaded it, but like patches and shit.
Just
I
uninstall it.
Oh no, I did. Absolutely.
It's
it just
worthless.
every time I was like, oh, let me try this out, and it would just hang there in the loading screen. I'm like, all right, I'm done.
It's not cool.
All right, well, I've heard good things. I wanted to give it a shot. It was free. I have the online, so fuck it.
Yeah. There is a fun game that I was playing, which I'll get into.
Okay, sweet.
DC Universe is very cool. You can make you make your own character, and it starts you with these like different classes where it's like, do you want to be an acrobat who does gadgets? So it's like,
so Batman.
Okay, how many Nightwings and Batmans are going to be running around? Do you want to be?
Are they Batmans or Batmen? I imagine
yes.
they're Batmans, right? Because it's Spider-Man's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably. Not like do you want to be a speedster? Do you want to be super strong and have flight?
Okay.
And you run around. You interact with other people who play the game.
Beings.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
And then you can form a team
or a group of some sort.
Yeah.
Wow.
And go, fight Gorilla Grodd or some shit like that.
Sure. Can you fight Brainiac?
And then I'm sure he's in one of the
King
patches.
Shark?
I'm sure he's in one of the patches.
Can you fight Sinestro?
Yes, actually you can. He was in the Green Lantern
How about
patch.
Captain Cold?
I'm sure he was in the Flash patch.
What about... I stopped. I don't know. Cheetah.
Maybe Wonder Woman patch.
Okay, cool. Interesting. All right.
I don't know how they're.
I'm glad you said the words Wonder Woman patch and didn't stop to make a crude joke.
Oh no, that's Wonder Woman. She deserves respect.
Okay.
Just
moving on.
before I backtrack
and realize, damn it, that would have been good.
I grew as a human for a split second, and now I'm a savage again.
Plastic Man. Speaking of growing for a second,
I don't know if they put Plastic Man in, but like there are so many different patches, and I don't know if they're doing it like, hey, you can just. It's a free download, but each patch is like $20.
I got you.
So they do have like
little expansions or some shit. Like
that. So they do have it like, hey, you could drop $60 for everything if you really want. So
right. Okay.
They did the same thing with Paladins. That's on the Switch.
Okay. All right, yeah, that makes sense because it's like they're gonna either nickel and dime you, or it's just like, here's the deal: you want the fucking game?
Yeah.
Just give me the money.
I'm still very surprised that Blizzard has not hooked. Well, I mean, you have Diablo 3.
Yeah.
But like, I'm surprised they say that. Like, hey, you guys want Overwatch? What can we do?
That was something. Yeah,
I feel like Overwatch
I think at this point,
fit very well.
Overwatch, I think, might be, looking towards the future of another iteration or something like that. Because I mean, they've already added, I feel, as many characters as they can. They've impacted that game pretty much significantly. Yeah. Also, the thing that does hurt the Switch to its detriment is that because it's a hybrid console portable system, it does not guarantee itself to be online all the time. So a game like DC Universe online can't really play on the train unless they have some wacky offline mode. You could do missions or something like that, but
you're pretty much tethered to your house.
Exactly. Yes. Exactly. Or some sort of Wi-Fi.
I also kind of feel DC Universe online is also something that should be played on the screen. The big screen.
Sure, I got you.
Not mobile.
Man, don't knock the handheld screen.
No.
That's what I live and die by right now.
I understand that, but there are certain games I feel that
look better
would be better on the screen.
Okay.
That's all. That's all. I'm not knocking nothing.
Excellent.
I'm not going to knock something you like.
Right, okay.
Because I would never do that.
Oof. Right. Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Moving on.
It is
here we go.
Not my bag.
That is the nicest thing you've said about it ever.
Because it's a bag of garbage. And there it is.
Yeah. Regressed.
Yep.
Called it.
Hey, look.
What else we got, Tommy?
The Contra collection has been revealed.
Oh, should have pulled this list up. Yeah, so all the Contra games have been revealed on the Contra Anniversary Collection, and I am now vamping, so Tom can apparently pull up the list of games for it.
Go through our massive...
For a while, give a little history that Contra has not come to any sort of the emulation services like the PlayStation Network or the Wii. Even the Wii Shop channel didn't even get any version of Contra.
Sure.
For whatever reason. Again, don't quote me. It was between Contra, Super C, and Contra 3 that for some reason just did not, was not available. So now that Tom, we're prepped and we're ready to go, we're locked and loaded.
Yep.
Got the spread shot ready to spray.
So we got
the
laser, the
missile, the flamethrower. I don't know.
Contra Arcade.
The Contra Arcade, sure.
Yep.
So Contra.
Yep. Contra NES.
So the NES version of Contra, sure.
Contra Famicom.
The Japanese NES version, yep.
Super Contra.
Okay.
Super C.
Super C for Super Nintendo.
Contra 3. The Alien War.
Alien War for
even though Super C says NES.
I'm mistaken. I'm sorry. You just mentioned Super C.
Super Pro.
Probotector.
Thank you.
That's like the
Alien Rebels.
European version because you can't. Europeans are weird when it comes to stuff. Like remember Ninja Turtles? They couldn't be called Ninja Turtles. They had to be called Hero Turtles.
Right.
Yeah, because they had a thing with ninjas or mutants or something like that. Anyway.
Goddamn ninjas! Ruining everything.
Ninja.
Contra Hardcore.
That's for the
Sega
Genesis. Yep. Thank you. Probotector again?
Thank you.
Got it.
Sega Mega Drive.
To the Mega Drive version. Yes. All right.
The Operation C. Game Boy.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of iterations of the same game. In addition, you're also going to get like the Japanese version of all these games due to with a free update. The same thing that they're doing with the Castlevania Anniversary Collection. It's a lot of Contra.
Has there been a price yet?
I'd imagine it's the same as whatever the Castlevania one was, so $20. I'd imagine. Don't
swell.
But
and
it's a lot of Contra.
Summer.
I think it's all it said so far. Probably something coming up E3, which, hey, Nation, you might already know by now.
I'll probably just wait to get that in Castlevania in one fell swoop. Watch, it's going to come out same fucking day as Ultimate Alliance 3.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, guess what I'll be getting?
We got to put that in our schedule. Just saying. What else, Tommy?
Marvel's Avengers will be at E3. That's all we know.
We did talk about that a little bit at the start of the Blitzkrieg News segments, but this game has been This was the last talked about. Had to been like 5 fucking years ago.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right around the same time of Age of Ultron came out, and all you got was a teaser thing. Like you saw Captain America's shield and Iron Man's gauntlet, and like that was it. Yeah. This was a joke for the longest time. This is probably going to be a next gen game, I'd imagine.
Yeah. The only thing that I've heard is that it is going to be. There's going to be 4-player offline co-op.
There is, and a lot of customizable features from what I understand. Possibly, maybe going in a direction Ya Boyz aren't happy about, just in like a Destiny-like or something like that. You know what I mean? But we'll see. Or we've already seen, and you got our reactions on it online. bit.ly/RudeBoysRudeTube, all lowercase. That's our YouTube page, Rude Boys React. Subscribe, like, comment, love it. hit that bell to get the notifications.
So we can be inside you.
That's not how that works.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Death Stranding has a release date.
Which is in November. Bad research on my part. A lot sooner than anyone thought because, again...
It's going to ruin my birthday.
No, it's not that early. It's mid to late November.
Okay.
Maybe I'll edit it right here. I'm not. This is a weird-ass game, Tom, and they came out with another 8-minute trailer of just absolute nonsense, but it's a real game now, and it's going to be in people's hands.
Dude, I saw this great picture where it was the creator of Death Stranding.
Hideo Kojima?
Yeah. He's talking to Mads Mikkelsen, and he's like, and you're gonna have an umbilical cord attached to Norman Reedus's anus, and this and that, and blah blah, blah, and you're a mailman, and this and that, and all these other things,
right?
And it's Mads Mikkelsen just being like, "What?" What
did you get yourself into, Mads?
Yeah, I was like, okay, cool. Right. Yeah, for everyone that is stoked for this game, cool.
No, absolutely.
It's not for me.
And it's not for me, too. I mean, I like some Kojima bullshit, but, like, this is some fucking on-drugs fucking bullshit. Kojima.
Yes. Kojima.
Yes.
Kojima.
Yep. Hey.
Spawn confirmed for Mortal Kombat 11 along with Shang Tsung.
Yep, yeah. Blah, 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 blah. English me speak good. The Combat Pass... pretty much got revealed.
Yes.
With Shang Tsung reveal trailer. You're also going to get Nightwolf and Sindel, and also... Spawn, yes. And also 2 more characters, so we'll see about that. Some people are saying Ash, maybe, because there was like a chainsaw revving up or something like that.
For some reason, I thought you meant like Pokemon Trainer Ash.
That would be fucking dope. That would be fucking weird. But yeah, so Spawn... I think, weren't they talking about him in Injustice 2, right? Because obviously the comic book theming. No, I feel like...
Nope.
I may have to go back in old Blitzkriegs and edit that in, because I feel like that was something that we talked about. Like, hey, people are saying Spawn should be in here.
I think that was a fantasy.
Well, this was a fantasy too. Oh, all right.
So
you're saying that was something we wanted.
Exactly.
All right.
Like, I just hope we get... I hope, like, it's better than when Spawn showed up in Soul Calibur, where he just had he had an axe and no cape.
That's interesting, yeah. So he's one of the only crossover characters between Soul Calibur, Miller Ultra High Life. One of the only crossover characters, to my knowledge, between Mortal Kombat and Soul Calibur.
Yep.
You're right. That's a good call.
I know him.
Which then, all those characters, and then Yoshimitsu is in Tekken, and Geese Howard is in Tekken, and Akuma is in Tekken, and Noctis is in Tekken, and Negan is in Tekken, so all those universes are combined. Did you know that? Scorpion was in Injustice.
Yes. Yes, he was.
Also, DC Universe vs. Mortal Kombat.
I believe Sub-Zero was in Injustice as well?
Yeah, I think Injustice 1 or 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, this web.
This wicked web that...
Who is Pepe Silvia?
That Ed Boon has weaved.
Battletoads, I think? Aren't they in there too? I don't know. Continue, Tom. I'm sorry.
So, comic book news.
We got some comic book news, maybe.
Nothing.
Oh, we don't have anything. Sorry, Nation.
Movies!
Movie talk. Let's do it.
Sonic delayed to February 14th, 2020.
Didn't we talk about this already?
I don't know. You must have put this on.
That must have happened exactly when we recorded last episode or something like that. So, yeah. The movie looks bad, and they're redoing the visual effects.
I don't think there was a date.
And it's getting delayed. Yes, thank you. That was the thing. It got delayed.
So all you lonely sad sacks could be watching Sonic on Valentine's Day in 2020. Enjoy. I will not be there because I'll have a date.
We don't judge. No judgment. The Rude Nation. The Rude Zone is a no judgment zone.
Live action Akira by Tequila Wakanda and produced by Leonardo DiCaprio to release May 21st, 2021. Yep. I thought Keanu Reeves was attached to this as well.
Oh, who the fuck knows? Keanu Reeves is...
Keanu Reeves
has gone rogue.
He does whatever the fuck he
wants.
And you know what? He just looks like one of the nicest guys in Hollywood.
He seems like a chill dude. Yeah, good for him.
Good.
He should be in... Well, they're talking about eyeing him for the Eternals, right? Or something like that? Or some sort of MCU thing?
Really?
Yeah. Would he play a good Moon Knight?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, he would? Who else came to mind when I was
This isn't the future MCU casting.
I know,
episode.
but like...
We can't get on this because we get on this, we're going to get derailed.
Sure. All right, continue. It'll come to me. It probably won't.
Rumor watch.
Let's talk some rumors, Tommy.
Deadpool to make MCU debut in Spider-Man 3.
Question mark? Probably not.
Maybe Venom.
But also maybe Venom. Yeah, that was probably the more substantiated rumor.
Yeah, I think Venom is more likely.
There. So yeah, Sony's going to finally cross the streams and get Venom into Spider-Man. Now, will this be after? I don't think they're going to get Venom vs. Carnage or whatever up and running by then.
No way.
Oh, boy.
We'll
see what's going on with Morbius.
Michael Morbius.
The living vampire.
Felicia.
I drink your plasma through my sucky fingers. But I mean, having a Deadpool Spider-Man team up, that'd be a nice way to introduce Deadpool. No, you don't think? Okay. Do you think it'd be a team up, or you think he might be like an antagonist, like they did in like the Ultimate Deadpool in Shattered Dimensions?
Fuck, I don't remember that game.
He was the bad guy. He had like his own little like kill island where he hosted like a game show.
So he was like Deadpool / arcade.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. I see that would be. I would like to see arcade like as like a Spider-Man villain.
This isn't the future of the MCU, buddy. But I hear you.
What
that'd be neat.
Asshole.
Actually, one of the rumors
Neil
is
Patrick
that
Harris says arcade.
Oh, okay, I can see that. One of the rumors was that Far From Home is going to start to include the Osborns.
We'll see.
And more of the Norman sense and not the Green Goblin sense, which I think is great.
I will believe it when I see it July 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, because I have a long weekend that weekend.
Sure, yeah.
So, cool.
Yep. Spider-Man talk is over for now.
For now. Mm-hmm. For now. Trailer talk.
All right, let's talk some trailers, Tommy.
Terminator Dark something or another.
Yeah, was it Dark?
Dark Fate.
Dark Fate, yes.
Yeah.
So this is the first one coming back to James Cameron's fold. One of his many folds.
Doesn't look good.
No, you don't think it looks good?
I don't know.
I didn't get the same douche chills when I saw the fucking Genesis trailer.
True.
So it has that going for it. Yeah.
Or Terminator Salvation.
Salvation, that was the Christian Bale one?
Yeah.
That just seemed like it was like a different. Oh my god, that's right.
Yeah.
That just seems like a different. That just seemed like a different take in the universe. Whereas like this is more of it's modern day, and there's robots chasing you.
Okay.
But they seem to be keeping it semi-simple instead of doing some weird time travel shit that they tried with Genesis. Mm-hmm. And Schwarzenegger's back.
He was in Genesis.
No, I know, but he's back again. And so is
Daenerys was in there too.
Yes, very good.
Yes,
the second Game of Thrones actress to play
Sarah
Connor. Yep.
I almost said Sarah O'Connor.
Sarah O'Connor.
Yes. Linda Hamilton returns.
Yep. Who was the first one, Tom?
Huh?
Who was the first one?
Lena Headey. In the television show where Summer Glau played the Terminator.
Okay. I did not know that.
Mm-hmm. It's very good.
Okay.
Too bad Fox at that point. Well, Fox still doesn't know what the fuck to do with their shows.
Well, they gave it all up to Disney, so there you go. All right. All right. It looked cool, I guess, but I mean, the Terminator franchise kind of never really caught on to me. Like Judgment Day was great.
Terminator,
and after that, I was like,
Terminator and
robots.
T2.
Robots. Yeah.
That's about it for me. That's where it ends.
Sure. What else?
Rambo: Last Blood.
Again, same thing. Like I'm like, it looks neat.
Don't like the Rambo movies.
Really?
Yep.
I mean, that's not like you don't.
I've always been
so
more
against your personality.
I've always been more of the Rocky movies.
Okay. Yeah, definitely you've been more of the Rocky movie. Yeah.
Rocky is 100 times better than Rambo, and I will fight anyone that says different.
Will you fight?
Come at me,
Rocky. I mean, will you fight Rambo?
No, because
would you tell Rambo to his face that his movies aren't good?
Sylvester Stallone, yeah.
No, Rambo. John Rambo.
Why not? He may punch me and kill me, but sure.
It'd be worth it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. To dunk on fucking Rambo?
Absolutely.
Vietnam vet, John Rambo. First Blood.
Yeah.
Okay.
I never dug him. Sorry.
Well, Tom, I will weep at your funeral.
Good. You'll be weeping at his.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Next.
Come at me, John Rambo. At Tommy_Cash.
Calling out fictional characters now.
Yeah, I've gone crazy.
Yep. Off the deep end, this boy.
Onward!
Oh, the trailer. Yes, it was a pun. Yeah, new Pixar movie coming out. Did you see this?
No. This looks... I've seen images.
Yeah.
Looks like it's Pixar just... They're gonna make Trolls make us cry now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool.
It looks like it deals with... So it has Tom Holland in the cast.
And Chris Pratt.
Christopher Pratt.
Christopher Pratt.
And... excuse me. They both play like troll brothers.
Yeah.
It seems like the one brother is like big in like into fantasy and stuff. Like very, you know, like almost like picture like a Jack Black. Like I feel like Jack Black could play this role too. Like very bombastic and very like, come on, my young brother, we have to go on a quest. You know, and the Tom Holland is like, we just have to go get milk. Like, calm down. You know what I mean? So hijinks ensue, I'd imagine. The whole thing is that it's fantasy in the modern time. So it's like, what do these mythical creatures do? Nowadays.
Okay. I'm sure it'll make...
They live in a humdrum life, apparently.
I'm sure it'll make all the fucking money in the world.
Okay, sure. I don't know. Pixar's been kind of... I mean, like, movies like Coco and... Words Escape Me. I don't know if it's done, like, you know, Frozen money, but, you know. They're good quality films.
Was Coco Pixar?
Coco was Pixar. I literally just saw it yesterday.
I don't think you did.
I don't think you know what you're talking about.
I do.
Okay.
It's DreamWorks.
Oh, boy, it ain't.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
How much you want to bet on that?
Huh?
How much you want to bet on that? Live on the air, bitch. Let's do it.
Moving on to TV.
Fucking, you want to call out John Rambo, and you can't even fucking step to this gentleman's bet.
You're probably right.
I'm probably right. Good back pedal. What's next? Let's get you out of this hole that you've dug your fucking self into.
TV.
It's not about TV, Tommy.
Final season of Jessica Jones hits Netflix June 14th.
And I think a trailer is on its way.
Is it? Cool.
Yep.
I'll watch it. I still haven't watched Punisher season 2.
That was Punisher season 1 was the last Netflix show I saw. And I might have seen 3 episodes of Luke Cage season 2. You give 2 fucks about what? Jessica Jones?
Punisher.
Oh.
Yep. Don't like him. Don't like it. Get over it.
I feel like I gotta just get back into Jessica Jones. Watch that.
You won't.
You're right.
You won't.
Can I at least say the things I'm not gonna do?
Huh?
Can I at least say things I'm not gonna do?
Why waste the breath?
Fair point. Next.
Okay.
Next.
You're just lying to yourself now.
Okay.
Russo Brothers to make Magic the Gathering anime for Netflix. Something else you won't watch.
Oh, no, definitely not. I won't watch this.
Nah,
I have no love for the Magic the Gathering series.
This I will fucking watch because I grew up with Magic the Gathering.
Sure. And that wasn't my bag. I think also there's a animated Jurassic Park thing coming out 2020, which Steven Spielberg is attached to, obviously because it's his
baby.
It's his baby. Thank you.
Baby Velociraptor.
Except like fucking Spielberg was trying to fucking come to Netflix and be like, remember the last Oscar season? There was a movie that was on Netflix and it got to like Best Picture. And even like Spielberg was like, they shouldn't be like blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
you know what?
bitter old man.
Bitter old man, exactly. Here he is, knows where the fucking money's at, bitch. Come to the streaming service, get paid, shut your mouth.
Yo,
Spielberg. E.T. was adequate.
Wow. Okay. All right. If anybody would like to argue that point, you can reach my lovely co-host on his Twitter at
TEH_SHERMS. Teshrams.
There you go.
Hit me up, bitch.
No.
Spielberg. Not the nation. You guys are beautiful.
Next. Wrestling
news, okay.
AEW killed it.
All right, so you're going to talk about a little bit of Double or Nothing news?
Yeah.
Okay. So did you watch it or not?
No. I was with
I understand you're with me, but
I was with you.
It's been some time.
Oh, I wasn't going to pay for the...
Oh, killed it. Nah, I wasn't going to.
I wasn't going to pay for the rewatch to watch it by myself with my pud in my hand.
Okay,
cool. Fuck that. I heard the...
Do you normally watch wrestling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not WWE, because it's just a floppy mess.
You're talking about the WWE product?
Yes.
Okay.
The WWE product has ED.
All right. just there. It's just there.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I gotcha. All right, I'm sure you're going to touch on that in a little bit. So AEW, no, they did.
I heard I actually, from what I saw, the Cody Rhodes Dustin Reynolds match was awesome.
Right.
And apparently they're going to be challenging the Bucks at their next one.
Sure.
I heard Lucha Brothers versus
Young Bucks.
Young Bucks was really awesome. John Moxley shows up at the end,
right?
And now it's Moxley versus Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega,
and it's Chris Jericho versus Hangman Page,
right? Who won a
30-man battle royale?
Yes,
yep. Speaking of John Moxley, he just won the United States New Japan something or another title, which is cool. He's the only guy to hold United States titles in two different companies.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Of course, the naysayers, which people who don't even know what a sit-up is or what their, manhood looks like because they can't see it past their, their own sadness. Oh, look at this. This is what happens when you mess with your creator wrestler uniform, because he wasn't wearing, jeans or anything. He was, actually wearing, wrestling tights and, knee pads.
Oh, yeah?
And
I
boots.
didn't see.
And it's shut the fuck up, you nerds. Get over yourselves.
I feel like that's going to segue nicely into... oh, no, we still got some more talk to do. Actually, do we?
NXT TakeOver was also last week.
Right, NXT TakeOver.
That was really fucking good. I watched that last week. Mm-hmm. And Johnny Gargano versus Adam Cole was definitely the match of the night.
Nice. Because I know the 2 out of 3 falls match got, 5 stars or some shit. It was one of the highest rated matches.
I know. Fuck you, Dave Metzler. That deserved more. Yep, exactly. Sad face for Dave Metzler.
Okay, fine.
He sucks.
I don't know him personally, so...
Yeah, he should probably just kill himself.
And then there's that. Okay.
Yep. Speaking of duds...
Go right into it, Tommy.
We go to Tom's dud of the show. WWE and Monday Night Raw. Yo.
Oh, boy.
Vince McMahon, I've called you out before, but you're too old and you probably don't know how Twitter actually works. You need to either step away, retire, or die. That's the only way your legacy is not going to be utter shit like it is right now. You had gold with Seth Rollins and Kofi Kingston as your champions. And now you decide to give Brock Lesnar the Money in the Bank and only have 3 matches on Monday Night Raw, which is a 3-hour show. And on SmackDown have 7 matches, but 4 out of those 7 matches were for the 24/7 title, which is
4 out of 7
garbage looking. We've said that before.
I still like the concept, but okay.
No. I like the concept. I don't like the belt.
Right, okay, that's fine.
I think it's garbage looking.
Sure.
Yeah, you need to get your shit together. Stop with this Super Showdown. It's a pay-per-view nobody wants. Nobody asked for it. Nobody wants it.
I think Vince McMahon's wallet asked for it.
You know what I mean?
I understand.
And,
the fans, it does nothing for the fans.
Exactly.
Right. Well, the fans on this side of...
It's gonna be bigger than WrestleMania. No, it's not. No one cares. WWE Universe, do yourselves a favor. Do not watch this garbage on Friday. Do not watch it. Let our voices not be heard.
Well, no, be heard.
Right, by not watching. Yes. Well, you know what I mean.
Yes. I understood, hence why I needed to correct you. Mm-hmm. But I know, I hear what you're feeling. And I hear what you're feeling.
Yes.
I hear what you're feeling.
The only thing that Monday Night Raw has is Firefly Funhouse.
That has been some interesting fun stuff.
That is the only thing going for Monday Night Raw.
Right.
Do the muscle dance. And that's it for Blitzkrieg. Chris, what have you been up to?
All right. What have I been up to? So let's see. In the past 2 weeks.
Touch it every so often.
The phone. Yes.
Yeah.
In the past 2 weeks, I've watched some things. I watched on Netflix the Unauthorized Bash Brothers Experience from The Lonely Island. So, The Lonely Island, which is a fun parody comedy trio with Andy Samberg, Jorma Taccone, and Akiva something or other. They do a lot of funny comedy bits, and they have a lot of musical chops. Like, some of their stuff is legitimately good because like good beats and just good rhymes or good lyrics and whatever. So this Bash Brothers experience on Netflix, which was like pretty much shadow dropped. It was like on midnight. It was just like, hey, this is out now. This is like kind of like a joke telling of the 80s legitimate team of the Oakland A's, Jose Canseco and Mark McGwire, who were known as the Bash Brothers. They had a rap album. And this is like apparently there's a thing that's happening now. It's like a visual album, which is just like, I think Beyonce did one or something like that. It basically takes like a bunch of songs and they just make like one big movie or experience to it. You know what I mean? So it's not just like, here's 5 music videos. It's just like, it's a story that's like being told or something like that. It's very weird.
Didn't R. Kelly do that?
Kelly did that with Trapped in the Closet. Yeah. But that was one big long thing, whereas this is like, it's chopped up. Like you can go to YouTube and you can actually check out like parts of like the actual songs. You know what I mean? But it's fucking weird. It's a half hour. I watched it on the train. It's absolute bonkers. If you love The Lonely Island or something like that, then like you should watch it. What's up?
So you can watch that. But you can't watch an episode of Luke Cage.
Because that's an hour. My train ride is less than an hour. I can download those shows. I couldn't download the Netflix Marvel stuff for the longest time. All right, you're trying to bust my balls. You're trying to bait me, and I'm stepping to you. Like you did not do with the fucking challenge I put down. I also watched on Netflix the movie The Perfection. This movie's fucking weird. It stars Allison Williams, and who, fresh off of like Get Out. You know who I'm talking about.
I'm sure.
Yeah, she was the girlfriend in Get Out.
Oh, right. That bitch.
Sure. She's also in Girls. And this movie is, I mean, really just all over the place. Like, it's fresh. I don't really want to spoil too much of it. But, like, it goes from revenge fantasy to, like, lesbian romance to, like, it's got like, a little bit of cult bullshit. And, like, there's a disease. It's really all over the place. You should definitely watch it, Tom, with some booze. You and all the members of this household should just put it on one day and just watch it.
Interesting.
Definitely weird. Don't watch it while you're eating, because there is some graphic stuff that you might not want to say. All right, hey, you have a stronger stomach than I. It's all good.
I've watched Schindler's List while eating.
Well, what have you guys do on Thanksgiving? I also
Christmas.
Played. Oh, my bad. Sorry. I've been playing some video games. I played. So my ongoing quest with Spider-Man on the PS4. Still working on it. I fought the Scorpion and the Rhino.
Okay.
That was a pain in the ass. But I do like the fact that they're ganging up on each other. Like, I pictured, and I don't want you to spoil this, Tom, if this does happen, but, like, the whole thing with the Sinister Six is that you should be fighting all 6 of them. And when I'm done with the game, I'm going to probably, if this doesn't come to pass, I'm going to say how I wanted the boss fight to go. But I feel like you should be focusing on all 6, because that's the whole point of the Sinister Six, is that they all got each other's, well, they all presumably had each other's backs. Whereas you're just right now, because I fought the Vulture and Electro together, and I fought Rhino and Scorpion together. I have Dr. Octopus and Mr. Negative, but, that's probably not going to... I don't know. I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll get to it. I'll get back to you, Nation. I'm also still playing. It's the end of May, or it's after May. I did not finish Okami HD, but I'm still playing it.
Okay, cool.
I'm taking a break because I got some work stuff coming up, but... I'm still playing it. I feel like I gotta be in like the last third of the game. Still a lot of fun. Man, it is a very Japanese game, without being like a Shenmue or a Yakuza game where it's like, that is Japanese.
Sure,
This is bringing Japanese culture into it. Obviously the graphics with the water brushstroke art, and a lot of the names and a lot of the places, but like, other than that, like, it's pretty easy to get into. You don't need to be like a absolute Japanophile to love this game. Like, you can love it for just everything else about it. You know what I'm saying? It is a great game to begin with. But that's still working on that. I picked up the Capcom Beat 'em Up collection like a while ago on a sale or something like that, and I was just fooling around with it. I wanted to wait to play Final Fight with my boy Tommy here, so I broke out this game called Battle Circuit, which I think had to have been like one of the later games Capcom put out for the in their little beat 'em up run they had, because the graphics definitely look a lot like Street Fighter Alpha. So like you can see like when they started to make that transition from doing a whole bunch of different arcade games to now fighting games, because that Alpha series spawned the Marvel vs. Capcom and all the other Alphas, and then eventually Street Fighter 3, the Darkstalkers games, Rival Schools, all those other fucking fighting games. That's kind of then their bread and butter. But that game was fucking cool but weird, like, because I never played it before. I didn't understand anything. I didn't know anything about it, but like just the graphics look really nice. We should definitely bang through it one time. It was like, I don't know, maybe it took like an hour and a half at most. Like, it was pretty fun. But I definitely want to sink my teeth more into that Capcom beat 'em up collection. And I think video game, that was it I've been playing. I did pick up for like $9 or something like that. In right around like Homecoming, before Homecoming came out, I believe, Marvel put out a 13 issue series called Spidey.
Okay.
And this was kind of trying to take Peter Parker / Spider-Man from Amazing Fantasy 15 and Amazing Spider-Man #1.
Okay.
So he is... Actually, that's not true, because definitely early Amazing Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? But he doesn't feel like he's amazing. So that's why the movie... Wow, God. That's why the series is called Spidey. Because he's just Spidey. You know? Like, that's how he considers himself. But it's definitely old school in the sense that every issue is kind of self-encompassing. Like, you don't need to really see... There is, like, a little bit of story arc that goes throughout all of it that basically just gets capped at the end of it. But, like, there's one issue where he's, like, hanging out with Black Panther, and there's one issue where he's hanging out with Iron Man, and, like, hanging out with Captain America. Like, that's it, because that's how it would have been back in the fucking 60s and 70s.
Sure,
like the early, comic book, the Golden Age. And that's pretty cool. Like, and it's quick, breezy read. The timeline's a little weird because it definitely deals with Spider-Man in Peter Parker in early high school. I think it's called actually freshman year.
Okay.
The subtitle for this whole collection. But people have like cell phones and stuff. It's a very like nebulous, like they can't bring it back to that time period. Yeah, but they're making Spider-Man back in high school. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's not like you can't just take this and slap it in between that time period. You know what I mean? But that's Peter Parker / Spider-Man's mentality back then. That's how he was when he first met Gwen Stacy, when he first met Flash Thompson. Just don't snarl. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy. Okay?
You said the devil's name.
Sorry. But it was pretty cool.
Okay.
And for like $9, it was definitely worth it.
Cool.
And that's all I've been up to. So Tom, please regale the nation and myself what you've been up to. Drinking that beer, I bet. Oh, little DMX.
Drinking. I've been playing this game on the Switch called Brawlhalla.
Okay, I've heard of it.
Free game. It's a battle royale a la Smash Brothers. I don't want to say battle royale. Like, with Smash Brothers you have like 4 or 8 like characters fighting all at once. This game does the same.
Okay. I think I understand what you're talking about.
Yeah. Like, you can, like, they got different skins. Like, you could be Hellboy.
Okay.
A Viking.
Okay.
It's fun.
Okay.
Like, I mean, different weapons, and again, each character has their own, like, little moveset.
Okay, cool.
I'm so trash at it, but it's fun. That's all I've been playing on the Switch.
Okay.
I have decided to dive into and getting ready for Ultimate Alliance. Played Ultimate Alliance 1.
Okay.
Played through that, finished that. Man, like, because I just picked up from where I left off last, which was probably about a year ago.
Okay.
That Galactus fight was such a pain in the ass.
Yeah, you were telling me about this last weekend.
Like, before I was able to, like, I was like, hold on, let me check the controls. Like, at first it's like, tilt the controller this way to distract Galactus and tilt it this way.
You're playing it on the PS3.
Yeah.
Right, so you had the 6-axis controller.
Yeah, right, so I was just like, this is garbage. And then I shut the tilt off. I was like, hey, so much better.
Prompts, right, I got you.
That, Doom is great. The graphics are horrible.
Right,
like,
yeah.
But
it was a bridge game between the PS2, PS3 generation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, the FMVs are still great. Like,
yeah, they still look good. I think. I'm sure they could look a lot better. I mean, we're gonna presumably see Marvel's Avengers very soon.
Yeah.
/ already, but
I just started. Excuse me. I just started Ultimate Alliance 2.
Okay.
Man, that roster's so much more slimmed down.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. That's why I never really. I loved playing Ultimate Alliance. Because I picked it up. It was like one of the first games I picked up for the 360, and when I kept hearing about Ultimate Alliance 2, I just was not like wowed by it. I just
I mean, I enjoy. See, I was wowed by it because like I love the X-Men Legends games. I love Ultimate Alliance.
I love them too.
I mean, graphically,
there were hooks about too that I was just like, I'm not feeling it already.
Graphically, it's great. Like I love the fact that like when you're talking to someone, you can be either aggressive with them or diplomatic with them. Okay. Like,
is that new in it or?
And yeah, because
it's like the Civil War.
This deals with Civil War, and you can unlock certain powers or boosts if you're pro-registration or anti-registration.
Sure. Okay.
I mean, I always go anti-registration because I never believed that they should have to register for doing their civic duty and protecting people.
Okay. I don't know really where I stand. I mean, I'm a bitch about everything, so it's like I'm like, well, I could see the benefit on both sides, and I could see the cons. I'm in
Switzerland, so I'll just stay in the middle.
Plead the fifth.
Yeah. No, you fucking get in there one way or another.
Whose side are you on?
Exactly. It starts off with Nick Fury leading a Black Ops team.
That goes well.
Into Latveria.
Okay.
And they blow up Castle Doom.
Okay.
But Doom is still pronounced dead at this point. And
from the end of one.
Yeah. Okay. Lucia von Bards is in charge of Latveria now. Okay. So she shows up again pretty much as a cyborg. Okay. So that's pretty much where I left off.
All right. Cool.
I enjoy making my own teams and you right off the bat you can have a full X-Men team.
It was the costumes that turned me off.
Yeah, there was definitely a lack of costumes, which I haven't even unlocked any yet.
Right.
What I like about this is I think this is the collector's edition, so I already have Juggernaut.
Okay. You have Carnage? I remember Carnage was DLC.
I don't have Carnage.
Maybe you unlock them or something. Yeah. I don't remember the exact details, but that was also another thing too, because when this was obviously early 360 generation for me, this was the first foray into DLC and microtransactions. So understanding that you're getting a good game, but you're not getting 100% of it.
Right.
You could be getting 97% of it.
Sure.
Or you can be getting 100% and maybe you can get 110%. You're not getting everyone available, and I think that kind of turned me off from it. Also, if I remember correctly. Because I think it was a little more blatant this time around, especially because of the slimmed down roster. Mm-hmm. They probably were we're going to hold back some heavy hitters until the season pass comes out or whatever like that. But I'm hyped for Ultimate Alliance 3. I know someone was telling me about this Diablo that they're playing. I don't remember the name, but I told them I was like, dude, the next Diablo game I'm playing is Ultimate Alliance 3 when it comes out.
Find out what that game is because I like Diablo-esque games.
Okay, I'll find out. So on that note, Tommy, let's get into our topic at hand.
We are
50-ish minutes into the episode.
We are talking X-Men movies.
X-Men movies. No,
X-Men movies, not video games.
Oh. I feel like that was more animated series. Oh, I got wedgies. It's weird that I made eye contact. So, X-Men. Let's talk about it, Tommy. The comic book movie industry prior to the year 2000.
The year 2000.
The far off year 2000.
18 years ago.
19 years ago.
Oh,
boy.
Me, don't do math pretty.
It was a different thing, man.
It was.
Because, the last movies that come out around that time had to have been, what?
The Batman movies.
The Batman movies, yep.
Yeah.
So, Batman and Robin.
Yep.
Really not leaving a good taste in people's mouths. Marvel was either close to or in the midst of bankruptcy, decides to start selling off a lot of its distribution properties.
Kind of how I play Monopoly.
Yeah, when you start, you start bleeding money, you're just like, patch the hole somehow, some way. So Fox, in addition to Fantastic Four, picks up the X-Men movie franchise. And obviously Sony picks up Spider-Man, the rest is history. These people pick up these things and they don't do anything with them, but, man thing.
Man thing.
So the X-Men movies come into fruition. Bryan Singer helmed it. Comes out in the year 2000.
In the year 2000.
And I would say definitely revolutionizes comic book movies.
Absolutely.
With its casting, with its definitely the choice of direction, with its adaptation of the characters. So Tom, take us back a little bit to the history of X-Men at that time. Like the 90s, the animated series, the cartoons,
right.
the
comics.
toys, the comics, bombastic, colorful. This and that.
Yeah.
The year 2000.
The movie, they're all dressed in
leather
black.
Clad, basically.
Yeah, leather.
Would you prefer yellow spandex?
Yeah, right.
Was this a pull off? When did the Ultimates come into play?
The Ultimate Universe. I want to say 99, maybe.
Yeah, in between, like somewhere.
So yeah, it definitely. I mean, because even the Spider-Man movies were definitely pulling from that.
Oh yeah, sure. Well. Yeah, no, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Like those outfits were definitely pulled from there.
Sure.
Patrick Stewart as.
Oh yeah, okay. Let's get into casting. Yeah. Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart
was definitely, I think, everyone's fan cast for Professor Xavier.
Absolutely, right. Fantastic. Ian McKellen, who I had no idea who the fuck he was until then.
When did Lord of the Rings come out?
Not 2000.
Okay. No, you're probably right. But I mean, yeah, you're right. Ian McKellen, we don't know. I mean, Hugh Jackman wasn't unknown.
Yeah.
Famke Jensen was Xena Onatopp.
Yep.
From GoldenEye. James Marsden.
Probably a soap actor.
Right. I mean...
Tyler Mane was a failed professional wrestler.
Sure.
Rebecca Romaine Stamos was the name that... And Patrick Stewart were the two names that stuck out. Rebecca Romaine Stamos... I didn't know Halle Berry until then.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like she was definitely in things by then.
Maybe.
She was definitely an up-and-coming actress at that time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's another thing I'm going to get into is how her... I'll get into her now. How her African accent disappeared throughout the three movies.
Oh, relax with that. Okay,
it's just it was just up. It was just very funny how it was just like.
Well, I mean, look at fucking Elizabeth Olsen and Scarlet Witch and how that kind of went back and forth a little bit.
The one thing that I don't know, I always kind of, and this is just me watching the cartoons, was just every time like Halle Berry's eyes went fully white, just like, goddess. Strike the lightning down! Like, I always just wanted to hear that shit.
Call upon the power!
Exactly.
Yeah, no, it's definitely... Storm's a little over the top with her stuff.
I mean, Famke Jensen as Jean Grey, I liked.
That's good casting, yeah.
I mean, I felt the casting was spot on.
Yeah, I actually have no issues with the casting of the first one.
Yeah. The only thing that I kind of wish was... I wish we could have gotten the size of Tyler Mane and the acting skills of Lee Schreiber.
All right, well, hang on.
Well, no, hold on. Well, just real quickly, for those who don't know, Lee Schreiber played Sabretooth in Wolverine Origins.
Right, I was going to say, we'll get to that.
If you mix those two together, perfect Sabretooth.
Sabretooth, yeah, okay.
Which would have been amazing.
Right.
Ray Park.
Ray Park, yeah.
Was Toad.
Darth Maul. He was, yes. Played Darth Maul.
Right, but he was Toad in that.
Yeah, that's correct, yes.
Right.
Okay, I'm sorry, yes. Yeah, we just don't start naming Star Wars actors in this. We're naming X-Men, Marvel actors. People, yes. Anna Paquin as Rogue. I feel like that might have been a little bit of a weird casting.
No? I think she did that part very well.
I have always liked Shawn Ashmore
as Iceman.
Yeah, I've always liked him as an actor. I've seen him in things. No, not a fan.
I don't like how they had him portray Iceman.
A little too straight for you?
A little. That's a trap. No, just how they were kind of making him like baby Cyclops.
Well, if they had to, I feel, because to get that counterpoint from Rogue's daddy figure of Wolverine.
Brother.
You know what I mean?
Brother.
Older brother then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Fine. But you know what I mean? Like I feel like he had to be, because then you have that whole love triangle between Rogue and Iceman and Shadowcat in the coming up movies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, which we'll get into.
The one thing that I wish I would have...
Are we still talking about X-Men?
Yes, the first one.
It's okay.
The one thing I would have loved to have seen come out of X-Men... What would have been like... Alright, so they get to the Statue of Liberty. Sure. Well, the Brotherhood kidnaps Rogue.
We're not giving a plot synopsis on this movie, but go ahead.
They kidnap Rogue.
Okay.
They bring her to the Statue of Liberty to make everyone into a mutant.
Sure.
Now, you know, Magneto was holding onto Rogue for a while. I would have liked to have seen in later movies Rogue start having magnetic powers.
Because she had the hair. That's pretty much all she.
Because in the comics, you know, she was
she held on to Miss Marvel. I don't know if you know this. Magneto's power is his white hair.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. We love what you've done with your hair. Villain laugh.
Yes, yeah. Rogue's powers are derived from.
I would have liked
taking other people's powers, but yeah, she grabbed a lot of Ms. Marvel's powers, which yeah.
I would have liked to seen her start having magnetic powers like that.
But I feel like that's them going off the reservation a little bit too much. I don't think Bryan Singer is educated enough to do something like that.
Funny thing about...
Except he'll do that in Days of Future Past, but... Okay, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Which the funny thing about Bryan Singer was he was just like, no one have comic books as a reference, and Hugh Jackman would have Wolverine comic books just brought to his trailer on the daily.
I mean, you know, like the thing
you need that source material.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So I mean, X-Men, I think, definitely fantastic, like an awesome movie.
Okay, you've just rewatched it. So,
yes, yeah.
My memories of it are pleasant memories. I should say like that. I remember what made the MCU movie such a breath of fresh air is how extra super duper bombastic they were.
Yes.
Like having Iron Man just start blowing stuff up. Would you sit on your balls? You okay? Oh, what are we doing here?
Getting comfortable.
Okay. Oh, all right. How just over the top they were. And like when they start bringing in the government and shit.
Sure.
Which gets more into the woods in the next movie.
Yes.
I was just so bored. You know what I mean? Like, I understand, don't get me wrong, I understand the mythos as an older person with the how oppressive the government is, specifically in this case, having the mutants be symbolized as a lower class in the eyes of the government. I understand that. But, like, that wasn't something I wanted to see. It made for a good movie. Because you had that dichotomy of you have Xavier's X-Men trying to fight the good fight, but also be a menace to society because they were enhanced beings and therefore evil in the eyes of the government.
Yes.
Yes. But, like I said, still a good movie.
Now,
any more thoughts on X-Men?
Just really fun.
It was really good.
Like a lot of like,
definitely check it out, folks. If you're expecting a jacked Hugh Jackman, you're looking in the wrong movie.
Yeah, like
wait a couple years.
Yeah, a couple of like chuckles, like when Wolverine walks through the metal detector, and Cyclops gives him a look, and he like, puts every claw down but the middle claw. And I'm like, okay, that was kind of funny because that's shit that he would do.
Yeah, exactly.
In the comics.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely, I'd say that is. Rating wise, that's number 2 in.
Okay, we're gonna peak early here.
Yeah, I mean, and going on to X2.
Yep,
X-Men United,
2003.
Ooh,
yeah, I did some research.
Okay, good.
Rare research.
I know.
Boys Power Hour Plus.
X-Men 2 is just so fucking good. Man.
I remember they definitely.
I remember it being shitty.
I don't remember it being shitty. I remember not liking it as much. But, again, as an older person, I understand the fact that, mutants are oppressed. So that adds up to it. Plus, now you're delving more into Wolverine's past.
Yeah.
So you're delving more into Lady Deathstrike and the Weapon X program and William Stryker and shit like that. I thought, like, having that mutant boy who can find all the mutants, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't like that plot. He was Mastermind? Was he supposed to be Mastermind?
Essentially, yeah. Okay. Well, no. He didn't. He wasn't a mutant boy that could locate all the mutants.
He could locate all the He could locate anyone, right?
No,
You just saw it. Tell me.
It was Mastermind because his name was Jason.
Okay.
And he, was able to go into, manipulate Professor X.
Right.
To go into...
Oh, right. Yeah, I'm getting confused.
Right, to go into the makeshift Cerebro.
Right.
To its highest degree and try to kill every mutant.
Right. Which then Magneto reversed to kill every human.
Exactly.
Right. Or try to. Right. A very adult movie. Not something I was looking for comic book wise, again, which is why I gravitate more to the MCU stuff. But very good.
That mansion scene where Wolverine's just
that is pretty cool, yeah.
Every motherfucker.
You get Colossus's
Colossus,
debut.
Yep. With no Russian accent.
Shadowcat's debut. Do you want to talk about it, Tom? Can you talk about it without degrading Ellen Page?
No. Right. No. It's the way she portrayed Shadowcat. I don't know. Or maybe it was just the director. Maybe Bryan Singer just didn't do a good job directing her as...
Well, he's definitely on the downswing. I can tell you this much coming up.
Yeah. Whoops. I just don't think she was a good fit for that character.
Okay.
I would have liked to have seen the guy who plays Colossus more.
Right, yeah.
This is where you see the whole, baby Cyclops, Iceman thing happen that I was saying before.
Well, yeah.
And it's just like, dude, shut up. Like, that's not Iceman. Iceman.
No, I understand, but
I wasn't impressed with Shawn Ashmore.
Okay, so
I did not like him. Again, still love Adam Paquin as Rogue. I think she did that part so well.
Right.
Rebecca Romijn comes back as Mystique.
Sure.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Which I actually think she's a better Mystique than Jennifer Lawrence.
Okay, that's not really that's not a revolutionary thing to say, I'd imagine, but no, that's fine. That's fair. I like it.
Good.
Okay.
Good. I could sleep tonight.
Yeah, please. Hope you sleep soundly.
Oh, I will.
Who else? Any new faces?
Pyro.
Pyro, right?
Show up.
I'm always a fan of Pyro.
Yeah, I've always found it lame that he can only control fire. He can't make fire.
Well, I mean, it kind of gives him a hindrance.
Yeah.
So you like the fact that Spider-Man can't make his own webs. He has to synthetically create them and use web shooters, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that shows you how smart he is.
Okay.
I just never liked Pyro. That's what it's boiling down to.
I got you. Boiling. So definitely, it sounds like this is your favorite X-Men movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. William Stryker shows up.
Sure. Lady Deathstrike, like we said.
Yeah, played by Kelly Yu. That's another good fight scene. Wolverine versus Lady Deathstrike.
Cool. Yeah, because it's.
And then when he just takes the adamantium hose and sticks it in her, and you hear her head go
clunk. Yeah,
I'm like
that's pretty dope.
That's pretty fucking awesome.
Yep. Any more X2 thoughts?
You saw Jubilee briefly.
Yeah, fuck that shit. You know what I mean? Like it was one of those things. It's like they have this great big beautiful world of mutants to deal with. Fox and Bryan Singer and the writers and stuff like
Jubilee.
that. And like they just like. Name drop.
Wait, think about it. Was Ellen Page was in X2?
Wasn't she?
No.
I feel like they had to have at least developed.
She showed up in X3.
Okay, my bad.
You saw Shadowcat very briefly in X-Men.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I don't.
Well, I mean, because she's got a much bigger role in X-Men
Last Stand. Yeah,
so that's why I assumed.
Well, she
showed up.
She's a homewrecker.
The second one. Okay. Should we get right into it?
Sure. Let's get right into it.
2006. X-Men: The Last Stand.
Directed by Brett Ratner. Look, like, Bryan Singer, for whatever reason, left. Like, I guess...
Because he was making Man of Steel, right? Or Superman Returns?
Maybe. Some shit like that.
Returns.
So Fox was just like, oh, man. So they reach at the bottom of their barrel. They're like, all right, who do we got? Oh, we got the motherfucker who did the Rush Hour movies. Fuck it, book him. Awesome. Like, pathetic.
Right. And he's handling the Dark Phoenix saga. Which, like, we've either said on an episode...
he's not doing it.
This was kind of Dark Phoenix.
Well, I thought you meant the new one. I'm sorry. This was called X-Men Last Stand.
Yes, I understand, but which is they're sort of semi-adapting Dark Phoenix saga, like loosely, by basically having the Dark Phoenix. That's it. Which is the golden, the holy grail of the X-Men franchise, presumably.
Yes.
Like, I don't know. There's a ton more X-Men stories I feel people can pull from with different characters, different this, different that.
Man, there are so many stories I would love to see on the big screen, and I hope the MCU, whoever directs the X-Men, I hope they listen to my letters and my tweets.
Because the Rude Nation is definitely
of what they should do and not do.
Sure. So X-Men Last Stand.
X-Men Last Stand, as you said, we deal with the Phoenix Saga.
Sure.
We deal with the Mutant Cure.
Yes.
Returning characters again, Cyclops briefly
gets killed. Yep.
Gets smoked.
Also, Jean Grey died presumably at the end of X2.
Yes,
trying to save the day.
So Cyclops was
she did, I guess.
Yeah, Cyclops was all mopey pants.
Right.
Very cool. You see the Danger Room in this one.
Oh yeah, right.
And you get to see the Fastball special happen.
Yep.
And then this is where during the Danger Room scenario where
Sentinels.
You see the Sentinels and a Sentinel rocket comes and Kitty phases hugs Iceman, and then Rogue gets very sad because she can't hug, and I'm like, yeah, you can, and do you really want to? I mean, it's Iceman. It's kind of a dud.
Right. I'm really sorry. We forgot Nightcrawler in X2.
We did, and I meant to bring that up. That opening scene, fantastic.
Yeah, sure. I liked it.
Have always hated, and this is even in the newer ones, those fucking angelic scars. I hate those things.
Yeah, that's their way of, I guess,
stupid.
I don't know, giving him some layers, I guess.
Yeah, but you know what? You can also have him walk around in a priest collar. You don't need to put those,
a little less direct.
You don't need to put those. I hate those things. Those things are just pointless and stupid.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
Alan Cumming was amazing though as Nightcrawler, and you did see the little bit of him with Mystique,
right? Yeah. All right, so but either way, not back in X-Men Last Stand.
No,
who is back and big and blue? Kelsey Grammer as the Beast,
which is one of my favorite parts.
Awesome casting, right there.
Yeah, it really is.
So let's get Kelsey Grammer to play Hank McCoy. Sure, and it fucking worked. It's very funny.
Just real quick, going back to X2.
Okay.
The way Magneto escapes prison.
Oh, with the
guy Mystique injected him the guard with iron,
right.
And and Magneto ripped it out of him.
That is pretty cool. Yeah,
badass. Magneto, Ian McKellen makes Magneto such a badass.
That's why, man, Magneto as the next big bad in the MCU.
Onslaught.
Way to go. Really, I don't think they.
I'd say Onslaught.
That's not the future of the talk of the MCU.
Exactly.
So, but
we'll get to there.
But yeah, Magneto's back in the mix. Obviously, Rebecca Romijn in the mix.
Yep.
Introduced Angel.
Yes.
Which I think is really just kind of like a Angel.
Well, it was Worthington Industries that
again,
made the Cure.
Did they do that in canon in the comic?
It might have been his uncle,
right?
Because his father didn't give a shit that Angel was a. And I did like how you saw him walking around in the brown trench coat and the wings strapped down, which is how he used to walk around.
Yeah, that I remember. Yeah, because he was a rich aristocrat who then he was like, wow, I can't hide these fucking things.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
which funny thing that the guy that plays him, he was. Did you ever see 30 Days of Night?
No.
Okay.
Good answer, thank you.
Yeah, he's been in stuff.
Sure. Okay.
Hugh Jackman back as Wolverine.
Yep. Really kind of major starring role for this movie. Because obviously they realize he's one of the better parts of the X-Men universe. And here it is.
Yeah, him and Storm are pretty much the leaders.
Right.
I would say. Wolverine more the reluctant leader.
Right, yeah, because just basically on longevity, especially now that Cyclops died.
Yeah, Professor X gets killed.
Yep.
Jean Grey was turning people to dust way before Thanos. And then the final battle, you see Pyro versus Iceman.
Right, yeah, which was something that fire versus ice.
Yeah. So fire and ice.
The Juggernaut.
The
Juggernaut, bitch!
I fucking
fresh off that meme.
Yeah,
that YouTube
I fucking hate that. I feel was just that's fucking popular. We gotta put that in now.
Oh, absolutely.
Look at us.
Absolutely.
We're funny. We're funny and we're hip. Look at us. Fuck you, Brett Ratner.
Wow.
You dick.
Juggernaut, bitch. But yeah, the Juggernaut is in the mix. Multiple Man. I like that scene.
I did like the introduction of Multiple Man.
I thought that was a cool scene.
That was very cool.
And it also introduced the fucking, oh my god,
what?
the
Leech.
Yeah, the fucking sub. What are they?
The
Morlocks. The Morlocks. Thank you. Were they really the Morlocks? They're really the Morlocks, right?
Well, that's what they were called, Morlocks.
Okay. Tom, were they the Morlocks?
They were called Morlocks.
Oh, okay, they're the Morlocks. Gotcha.
You fucking fool.
So they really introduced a lot of...
Yeah, like you had Callisto.
Right.
Psylocke was there.
Again, there, but...
Kid Omega was there. He was the one with the quills. That was his name.
Okay, gotcha.
It was in Quentin Quire.
All right, so...
Yeah.
What do you think, Tommy?
It's not as shitty as I remember it from when I was in my early 20s.
Sure, okay.
It has its moments, and then it has its moments.
Like what?
Like, its moments.
Where did it peak for you? Where were you like, okay, fine. What was like the best? What's the best?
I really like that. I like the last battle when Magneto is just, and also when Magneto's like, "Fuck the Golden Gate Bridge! I'd like it over here instead."
Sure, yeah.
Like,
definitely comic booky.
Yeah,
definitely.
Oh, very. And like, you know, he starts like throwing cars up and having Pyro set them on fire.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And then, you know, Beast stabs him with the cure. And, you know, at the end he's like a little old man, and then he goes like that, and the chess piece moves.
His powers back.
Very briefly.
Ian McKellen will be back.
Yeah.
And also Charles Xavier, apparently.
Pisses me off that, you know, Rogue gave up her powers. Because she got the cure. She got the cure.
Well, I mean, she felt alienated by her having her powers, and the fact that she couldn't feel like she was living her life without being able to physically touch someone.
She could do better than Iceman.
All right. Well, here's the deal. That's what they paired her. That's who they paired her off with. You don't have to deal with it for these 3 movies. You're gonna have to deal with it.
So yeah. I mean, that is, you know, X3 is the bottom of the original.
Definitely the bottom of the original 3.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about the scope of the X-Men.
Yes.
Before that. How do you want to do this, Tom? Do you want to talk about the spin-offs now that we're in between the little bit of the saga?
Yeah, we'll touch them.
All right. Let's talk about the Wolverine movies.
Okay,
right, so
you had Wolverine Origins.
X-Men Origins, Wolverine, 2009. The Wolverine,
yes,
2013, and Logan, 2017.
That had me fucking in tears.
Sure.
I know you don't have a soul.
It's not that. It's just sure. So the 3 movies specifically focusing on Wolverine. Obviously, Origins is somewhat of a prequel that takes place before the events of X-Men. Oh, he had the bone claws, right?
No, well, yes.
Okay, yeah. So,
but those claws were like straight up from a cartoon.
Nation, if you did not live in this world at that time, or you
look it up on YouTube.
There is, well, I remember when not streaming services. What am I trying to say? File sharing services were prevalent. Napster, Kazaa, fucking iMesh, all this, LimeWire. There was an edition of X-Men Origins Wolverine out. Pre-CGI.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone was like, man, even before the CGI, this looks bad. Because they were going to add so much of it. Like, the thing about the original X movie is that they gave Hugh Jackman prop claws to wear and hold and have that. And they had to have been some sort of rigidity to be fucking claws.
Yeah.
And they CG'd everything in X-Men Origins.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't look great. Yeah. Its handling of characters such as Deadpool. Notoriously bad.
Yes.
To the point that Ryan Reynolds rips on it in his movies.
Yes.
Which we'll talk about.
But Lee Schreiber as Sabretooth.
Lee Schreiber?
Fantastic.
Good part of that. Sure, yeah. I think Hugh Jackman coming into his own and being, you know, and being, and just more Wolverine.
Yeah.
Is good.
I did like the little nod to Alpha Flight.
Okay.
His, the old couple that, like, helped him.
Okay. I haven't seen this movie in fucking forever.
And he sits on the bike, and the old man was just like, "Yeah, that's my son James's," and James Hudson, that's Vindicator from Alpha Flight. So, and I think you even saw on their mailbox it might have said Hudson. So, which is pretty cool.
You like the dude who played Gambit?
Tyler Kish?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
he was hot for like 2 movies that both bombed.
And he was also in Friday Night Lights, that show that was on.
All right, so we had.
I would have loved to have seen him in,
Like a Gambit movie, or
I would have loved to seen him and Anna Paquin like on screen together. That would have been very.
That would have
cool.
been a nice little like, hey Rogue, there's other fish in the sea. Like you're getting at.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
Yeah, and you could do better.
Right. Yes. So, okay. Relax.
I can't.
Iceman's my boy. All right. I've always liked Iceman.
I do too.
You did not like this portrayal of Iceman.
I don't think Sean Ashmore was very good.
Okay, that's fine. He did go full Iceman though. In Last Stand.
He did.
Went full on. Frozen boy.
See, my favorite Iceman version is Age of
Snowman.
Apocalypse.
Oh, okay.
Age of Pot. Fuck
Yeah, no, yeah.
Spike armor, dude.
Spike armor, fucking like just fucking all over the place.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
very cool. But this isn't the Iceman podcast.
This isn't the Iceman podcast, unfortunately. Or the Spider-Man podcast. This is the Rude Boys Power Hour talking about X-Men movies. In case you didn't know, but right now we're taking a little sidebar to the Wolverine movies. Yeah. So X-Men Origins, piece of crap. The Wolverine,
not as bad.
Not as bad. Definitely. What helped it is it stepped away from the X-Men shit.
Yes.
And just dealt with Wolverine stuff.
It did,
Japan,
but it didn't.
Silver Samurai.
It didn't step away from the X-Men shit fully because he was still seeing images of Jean after he murdered her.
Yeah, but I mean, also that is, which was cool because it
still tied the universe together.
Yes. And for its ups and many downs, I'd have to say Fox's handling of the X-Men movies has been good. As a whole, we'll talk about it.
Their handling of Wolverine has been
good.
Yeah,
but I mean, there's consistency with having Jean, and we'll get to it where, because the Wolverine bleeds into another movie coming up, but obviously Logan and stuff like that. So, what the fuck were we talking about?
So we're
Wolverine.
Yeah.
All right. So Wolverine, good, not great.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Okay. You know, it dealt with his time in Japan.
Sure.
You got to meet Moriko.
Right.
Silver Samurai, which that was like the Mandarin all over.
Yeah, pretty much.
That was bad news. Bad news, Brown.
2017, Logan.
Logan, man, the movie was so good.
Does that if you were to encompass that in your X-Men rankings? Is that like definitely top 3? I'd imagine.
That goes with that like after X2.
After X, so number 3. Okay, yeah. Cool.
No, it goes X2, Logan.
Oh, I see.
X-Men.
Gotcha. Right, I got it mixed up. So, Wolverine movies, overall, good experiment?
Minus Origins, yes.
Okay. Yeah, good point, yeah. But, Wolverine movies aside, the X-Men movie franchise took a little bit of a hiatus, 5 years in between. Bryan Singer off doing, I don't know, touching boys, I don't know what the fuck he's been doing. But, 2011, X-Men First Class.
Okay.
Michael Vaughn.
Matthew Vaughn.
Whatever the fuck. Trying to reboot or bring shit back. And
it worked.
It definitely worked.
It really did.
You're dealing with a young Charles Xavier in James McAvoy, a young Magneto in Michael Fassbender.
Badass.
Yeah, Michael Fassbender can do no wrong.
Is he like the John Hamm for you?
No, I like John Hamm. For not really seeing a lot of John Hamm things.
You like John Hamm.
I do like John Hamm. He's a nice guy from what I hear.
Yeah.
And he's got a big dick.
You want the John Hamm.
I don't want the John Hamm.
You take the John Hamm.
I don't know if I can handle it. No one can handle the John Hamm. This is not the John Hamm podcast. Not the John Hamm cast. First Class. X-Men. Comma. What'd you think, Tom?
I enjoyed it.
Right. There's in the 60s.
Yep.
Cuban Missile Crisis. 60s, 70s, whatever the fuck. Kevin Bacon as Sebastian Shaw.
Yep.
Which was a very underrated X-Men villain, but also still up there. He's not your Magneto or your Apocalypse or this or that, but he's there. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. January Jones as Emma Frost.
Right.
That was pretty cool. And weird that they gave her diamond form, like, right there and then.
Because, I mean, that was popular in the comics at the time, so I
exactly.
Just do it.
Still very odd. But the X-Men that they chose,
right?
You had Banshee.
Right, Banshee, yep.
Havoc.
Beast.
Which very odd that they go with Havoc and not the more popular Summers.
Well, because I think...
Which out of the Summers brothers, Havoc's my boy.
I'm just saying. I'm unsure with the production with this movie, but I'm sure they wanted it to take place in the same universe. So obviously you couldn't, time-wise, having Xavier this young, you couldn't have Cyclops that there also. Like, I'm sure someone probably sat and thought and were like, you know, hey, we probably need to parse this out a little bit. I mean, you know, Matthew Vaughn you were telling me, basically penned an entire trilogy.
He did.
That unfortunately went up in smoke.
Yeah.
But for what he got with X-Men First Class, I thought it was really good.
No, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. You deal with a lot of motivation between Xavier and Magneto. You deal with a lot of animosity between the two. You deal with how Professor X got crippled, which I thought that was a fucking cool scene.
That was.
And overall, a really good movie.
Yeah, but then like they throw in like characters like Pixie.
Again, because they're just pulling these like, well, they don't know future-wise what they're going to do, so let's get these C-listers.
The biggest insult...
Like Wolfsbane. Drop.
We're going to get on that shit again?
No, we're not.
Like, the biggest insult to that movie is them killing Darwin off.
Okay.
Because
I don't really know anything
that
about
guy,
that.
he can adapt to anything.
Right.
So whatever you do to him, he can adapt to. It's like, you know, again, you put a fucking grenade or whatever in his mouth, he's going to be able to adapt to that. Like, the way I didn't agree with them killing him off. I really enjoyed that character.
Yeah, it probably could have been a little too overpowered, so...
Maybe.
Right.
All in all, First Class, very cool. Yep. I enjoyed it.
You wanted to talk a little bit about Jennifer Lawrence's portrayal of Mystique? Yeah. This is pre-Hunger Games Jennifer Lawrence, too, by the way, which is going to come into play.
Very wooden.
Okay. I mean, she was a young actress at the time.
No, I think this was like her first Hunger Games.
Nope, not yet.
Okay.
Again, timeline-wise, could be a little choppy, but she's definitely not as popular as she is, or she's going to be.
I just kind of feel it was very wooden. I still like Rebecca Romijn Stamos says.
They did a callback with that, right? Because it doesn't see transform into Rebecca Romijn in one bit. It's like, would you like me like this or like this? Remember that meme of Fassbender's Magneto being like, I want the real Raven?
Yeah, I don't think she...
I'm pretty sure that happened. I think she maybe was trying to seduce Charles.
No, she was trying to seduce Magneto.
She was trying to seduce someone.
No, I don't think she turned into...
I think she turned into Rebecca Romijn.
I don't think so.
I think she did.
Okay.
All right.
We will look this up and we will have a on-air Ric Flair chop.
Should we do it right now?
Huh?
Should we do it right now?
No, let's just keep going.
All right, fine. Also, nice little Easter egg having Wolverine, Hugh Jackman, the one F-bomb.
Yes.
Yep.
Which seemed to be a thing, like, through those movies.
What happened, Wolverine?
Or that one F-bomb. Because Xavier says it in the next one.
Does he? Okay.
Yes.
I don't remember that, but okay.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
All right, sure. Let's get to it right now.
All right, so the next one was Days of Future Past,
which 2014.
2014.
Yep. Which once First Class got a smell of popularity, Bryan Singer comes running back,
of course,
and mucks up the whole works. With time travel, nonetheless. So thanks for ruining time travel for me.
But Endgame saved that.
Endgame did save that.
Yes. I did like the beginning fight.
Yeah,
in the future.
It had good. It was a good try.
Bo Smith as Warpath. Whatever the heck his name is.
Okay.
The only Native American character in that fucking movie.
Okay, sure.
Got to see Bishop.
Got to see Blink.
That was pretty cool. Blink was very cool.
Right.
And then you got to see Kitty Pryde have a new power set.
Here it is. Yep.
You know, apparently...
Because again, Ellen Page, I'm sorry, god damn it, popular actress at the time.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I feel, you couldn't get Anna Paquin? Like, Anna Paquin would have been the best suited part for that. Like, she absorbed someone who could, like, someone's power who could do that.
Really, it should have been anyone else.
But
I feel, Katie, oh my god, what's wrong with me? Kitty Pryde had,
Well, her name is Catherine, so
Katie, so close. Thank you for the bogey right there. She was a big part of Days of Future Past, right? Didn't she go back, or didn't she go into the future?
She's the one that
instead of Wolverine.
Yes.
So there you go.
So Wolverine goes back to the 70s.
Sure. Yeah.
And he's tasked with finding young Xavier,
right?
Who's up and walking,
right? Super mopey.
Yeah, because Beast decided to make a cocktail for him that he injects so his spine is okay.
Right, and also Beast is human again.
Yeah.
Not a beast.
Yeah, because he's taking the, a similar cocktail.
That just seems weird to me, but okay.
So, yeah, I know.
If it was a mental projection, I would have preferred that better than it was science magic.
Magic.
Yeah.
So, Wolverine goes to him, like Xavier tries to tell him, like, yo, I need your help.
Yeah, you need to get
and
the
he's
band
just
together, boy.
And he's just like, I'll tell you what you told us when we came to you for help. Go fuck yourself.
Thank you. Okay, that's it.
Yes.
All right. So,
I dug that. So this was also the introduction of Quicksilver.
Yes, which was a shining star, I think, in these earlier
Absolutely.
movies. Yep. What they were able to do with it.
Yeah, that scene where they break Magneto out of the Pentagon.
Yep.
Because he is getting charged for killing Kennedy.
Sure.
And it turns out that Kennedy was a mutant, so Magneto was trying to save him.
Interesting. Nice little alternate history right there.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Harry Turtledove got involved.
The
author. He wrote alternate history books.
Okay, cool. You have Peter Dinklage as
Boulevard Trask, which Boulevard Trask in what is it, X-Men
animated
2? Was a tall, bald black man.
Hey, and also William Stryker's in this movie too. And
yes, as a young William. Yeah, it does
but
not.
So we'll
Thanks,
talk.
Bryan
We'll
Singer.
talk about it a little bit. The time travel portion of this ends and then also rebirths the X-Men original trilogy.
Yes. And it
Because
erases Last Stand.
Yep, it erases Last Stand because of the new events in Days of Future Past.
Yep.
So it then creates like a new timeline for the characters in X-Men to... We'll call it X-Men in the First Class. All right, so X-Men to kind of live off happy until Logan, but whatever. Which also includes the capture of Wolverine because he's back in his past body.
By Mystique.
Bone Claws. Oh, yeah, right. And then there was some weird stuff which wasn't really explained. But then he is then in the Weapon X program, which we see in the next one coming up.
Yep.
Which... X-Men Apocalypse.
X-Men Apocalypse.
2016.
Again, Bryan Singer got that whiff of fresh money.
Yep. MCU really kicking off at this time, so...
Yeah, Sophie Turner playing Jean Grey.
Right.
Chick from the show Deadly Class plays Jubilee.
Sure. Ty Sheridan plays Cyclops.
Yes, and I don't know the kid who plays Nightcrawler.
Right. But this is... You got Isaac playing Apocalypse.
Yes.
Who should never be shackled to one movie, I think.
I agree.
Unless he's going to be put back into hibernation. Because, like, you know, back in the early day, man, all these villains were fucking dime a dozen, villain of the week thing.
Yep.
When things got bigger and you got different writers in the mix who wanted to develop these characters and these villains more, Apocalypse, I think, deserved a lot better. Not necessarily his portrayal, but, like, if they wanted to... It is fantasy booking a little bit. Shelve Days of Future Past. Have the second First Class movie deal with Sinister. And then have an underlying threat of Apocalypse from First Class to, I'm going to say Second Class, to the third movie, and then there you go.
Right.
Have him be the Thanos to the X-Men's Avengers. That's what I'm saying. So that would have been cool.
Going on to Sinister real quick, at the end of this...
You do see a little bit of Sinister.
You do see Essex Industries picking up Wolverine.
Which, as of now, because we haven't seen Dark Phoenix yet, still unaddressed.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Yeah.
But I mean, overall, it was very comic booky.
Another Quicksilver moment.
Yep, you have Jean Grey showing off her Phoenix powers. So who does this introduce? Psylocke. Angel again, but a younger Angel.
Which I actually liked Angel from Last Stand better than this one.
Okay.
The only thing that I liked was you got to see him get turned into Archangel.
Yes. Well, yeah, with the addition of having Apocalypse in the story, yeah, makes a lot of sense. You have Caliban. Who then gets recast, sort of,
by Steve
Logan.
Yep.
The addition as well of Storm.
Yes.
Did we not say Storm?
We did not say Storm.
We have to say Storm.
Storm, the girl they got to play Storm, I thought she did good with what she was given.
Yeah, absolutely. Good origin for Storm.
I mean, this set of movies could have stopped the First Class. It would have been fine.
I agree. Well, I don't think it needed the convolutedness I don't think Bryan Singer should have stayed the fuck away from it.
I agree.
Nothing against him, but it just like there was definitely a decline in quality. After this, but
he's like, I've done this before.
What? It's not even a decline. It's just a different type of movie.
Yeah.
Like First Class was very well done. Good story, good characters. Overall great. Days of Future Past, over the place. Like, again, a good comic movie, but like you have all these X-Men movies that came before it. That wasn't really what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
But, it was a different time. X-Men brought in the comic book movie genre to its then genesis, and unfortunately got overshadowed by the bigger boys over at Marvel and Disney.
Yes.
So
yes, they did.
That's what it is. So Apocalypse, what do you say?
I didn't like the portrayal.
You didn't like Isaac? Wow, Oscar Isaac as Apocalypse. That was I'd say a little bit of hot shot casting,
because he just came off of.
He just came off of Rogue One and iRobot. I'm Ex Machina.
Not Rogue One.
Force Awakens. Sorry,
you're having a hard time tonight.
I'm having a hard time every night.
No.
I like that one scene where Apocalypse and Xavier are having like a mental fight.
It was very Shadow King-ish.
Exactly, which I think that's kind of what I would like. How to bring the Shadow King in, man. I'm watching Legion. Like, oh yeah, I should have put that on the list.
You mentioned that last week.
Well, I'm still watching it, alright, bitch. Fucking relax. So other X-Men properties, we gotta talk about it.
Sure.
Deadpool.
Okay. First one was awesome.
2016.
Yep.
First R-rated comic book movie at that level. I would say, yes, I understand Blade, but at that level, especially in that new boom of comic book.
Yep, where movies. Little kids want to go see every comic book movie.
Sure, yeah. To the point that they made a second movie.
Yes, I enjoyed it.
Yes.
Very cool.
Well done, I would say.
Very well done.
Yep.
Colossus was probably my favorite part.
Colossus was great.
I just don't understand why he just would never go to human form.
I think that's kind of the joke, that he was just like just a big CG. Wasn't that how he was introduced in the credits, like CG man or some shit like that?
Maybe.
I don't was remember. Something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, followed up 2 years later with Deadpool 2. A little bit lackluster. Let's talk about the good parts of Deadpool 2, because we're trying to celebrate Marvel X-Men comic book movies. Juggernaut,
what Juggernaut got.
I thought that was cool.
Yes.
Cable.
Josh Brolin killing it as Cable.
Zazie Beetz as Domino.
Yep.
That was a great addition.
I agree.
And to an extent, I would say more Deadpool zaniness. Like when he goes to the X-Men mansion.
And you see the X-Men very briefly.
Yeah, very briefly. Incredibly briefly. But, I mean, overall, it was good. And we know, obviously, because of the success it's had, that Deadpool's going to be like the one definite carryover in the Disney merger.
If only there was another character that had huge success.
Well, I mean, you were talking about Wolverine? Okay. It's kind of hard, man. Like, I mean, Ryan Reynolds still has some gas left in the tank.
The older Hugh Jackman gets, the better he looks. Like Wolverine.
That's okay. That's fine.
Fight me.
All right. And then that brings us, Nation, to 2019's Dark Phoenix. Yeah, which we don't know anything about. I mean, we know about. It's again, going for that golden goose and doing the Dark Phoenix saga again with really no build-up, because that's all they can do. And
what would you what X-Men stories do you know of that you would have liked to have seen them do besides this?
I mean, I know Mutant Massacre is a big one. You got Mutant Massacre. I mean, dude, you've been hyping up Magneto this whole time. Do Fatal Attractions. Do something like that. Like build up, because like what's annoying with the X-Men movies and having Magneto, and Magneto is a very well-developed villain, where his motivations are good, but his actions are bad. And every movie, he teams up with the good guys, and then everyone's just like, oh, fuck, that's right, you're like a big racist. You know what I mean? Like shit, what are we doing here? So, and it's like that with, he teamed up with Xavier, obviously, in First Class, and then went in separate ways. He came back to try to help the day in Days of Future Past, but then, tried to get up in the Sentinels mix. Okay, cool. Then he was a Horseman in Apocalypse. Like, dude, like...
Figure your shit out.
Like, you're nuancing stuff and you're Michael Fassbender, but, like, dude, You got to figure it out, man. And also Ian McKellen, like, you got to figure stuff out. Obviously, he was evil in the third one, without a doubt. And he had evil intentions in the second one, so that was well developed.
In the third one, he just sat there and he kept, like, trying to control Jean and then being like, what have I done? I screwed up real bad.
Of course,
like, story that I would have liked to have seen, Executioner song.
Okay, I know you're big on that.
That would have been cool. But yeah, I mean, see, Fatal Attractions, you would have had to introduce Wolverine.
They introduced Wolverine.
No, but like you would have had to have him in there, like as a prominent. Like,
I thought we were just talking in general, like instead of like Dark Phoenix. Okay, yeah, no, I understand. Okay, then what about? I've heard good things about also. What is it? God loves, man kills, sort of things. Which again,
that would have to be rated R.
You want to lean more into the human element of, instead of having the X-Men versus the Brotherhood or mutant versus mutant, the human element. Like, Boulevard Trask developing the Sentinels. I get it. William Stryker trying to not develop a cure, I'm sorry, but basically try to like Mutant Registration Act or something. Bring in Genosha. I think Genosha might actually be coming up, but like in Dark Phoenix, but like Genosha, the fucking control bracelets like that. The fucking, like, focus more on the Sentinels, you know what I mean? Like there's a ton of stuff that it can go that they could go to besides going to the well of Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, Executioner song would have been my
my
creme of the creme.
What about the Phalanx Covenant? Don't me. That was a fucking bogey.
I liked it.
Yeah,
I liked it. That was the introduction of Generation X.
You're absolutely right. You're right. Which could have been fuck the New Mutants, Generation X.
Well, they tried that once.
What, the TV show? I remember that.
That was fucking. You know what though? For what it was the only my issue with that was Banshee looked like Black Tom Cassidy, because he had the black hair with the black goatee.
Right. They didn't know what they were doing,
and I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I think
Marvel Television at the time was like,
I think the chick who played Emma Frost, I feel like she was in like Blossom. I think she played like Blossom's dad's boyfriend, girlfriend, or some shit like that. And then you had Mondo.
I was always a big fan of Mondo.
Skin was just always weird.
Well, that was his whole thing. This is not now the Generation X cast, sorry. And I remember reading Generation X's 1 through 6, 25.
Okay.
And the big reveal was that Mondo was working for...
Emplate.
Who was the villain? Emplate, thank you. And he was basically just playing him the whole time, which led into Age of Apocalypse Mondo, because he was more evil.
Yep.
I mean, he was still kind of on the good side, but still more evil. Definitely his...
Emplate, who was
enemy.
M's...
stepbrother or something like that?
Brother.
Yeah.
And Penance's...
Generation X got way more weird.
And Penance's brother as well.
Right.
Well,
and then
M and Penance were one person.
Croix, triplets or something like that. Yeah.
No, Generation X got fucking weird.
We're gonna Tommy.
We're gonna put a pin in that.
We're gonna put a pin in this.
All right.
So for right now, X-Men movies. This is it, man. End of an era. X-Men are your boys, aren't they?
They are. It's what got me into comic books.
Were they handled to your liking overall?
My boy was
Hugh Jackman as
Wolverine.
I mean, he obviously has been in 3, 6, 7 as a cameo, 8, 9 X-Men movies. He's been there. A prominent figure.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'll take the good with the bad.
Sure. Okay. Varying quality.
Yeah, Dark Phoenix. I'm a little.
Right.
I'm a little.
Right.
I don't feel good about it.
All right, but I mean, you know.
Again, you
have to look to the horizon.
I am, which I am.
X-Men in the MCU.
Yes.
Right. But again, not the future of the MCU cast. This is and has been our retrospective on the X-Men movies.
Woo!
Again, varying quality. Bryan Singer, go fuck yourself. I hope you just never direct another movie in your life. And this podcast that you heard has been the Rude Boys Power Hour.
Plus.
Plus, take that plus, turn it a little
to 11.
No, I was going to say turn it to an X.
Oh, see what you did there? Because we're talking
X
about...
imagery. We talked about X-Men movies. Oh. And next, we're going to keep the movie train rolling, Tom.
Ooh, what are we doing next?
We are talking about, fresh off the Rude Boys Movie of the Year 2019, Detective Pikachu. We're going to be talking and highlighting video game movies. Super Mario Brothers, the Mortal Kombat duology, the Tomb Raider movies, Resident Evil 16, Double Dragon. Help me out, Tom. What other video game movies? Assassin's Creed. We're not touching Uwe Boll. Fuck you, Uwe Boll. Far Cry and Blood Rain and House of the Dead.
I liked Blood
Dead
Rain.
or Alive.
I liked Blood Rain. Blood Rain was fun.
But we're not touching those.
Yeah, we are.
We're going to be touching some of the gooder stuff.
No,
gooder stuff.
No,
Speak English real good tonight of all day.
Okay, cool. So that's our next episode.
That's next episode. So, Nation, reach out to us. Give us some video game, movie memories. I got some memories, man.
Cool.
I got some memories on Super Mario Brothers, definitely. But
Awesome.
I will wait until next episode to tell you about those.
Can't wait until you said that we're going to watch that together and you're going to watch it without me.
You know what? On the air right now. We'll watch it together.
I'm pretty sure we did that with Game of Thrones as well.
I don't think we did. That was all back behind the scenes. Tom, you know what? I challenge you to find it in the podcast and actually listen to our fucking episodes.
I download, I don't listen.
Okay, so you have no leg to stand on. It's my word against yours.
You don't listen.
I fucking listen to this thing nonstop, bitch.
All right, calm down. Come on.
So,
how can they reach us?
They can reach us on social media, twitter.com/rudeboys469. Follow us over there. Like us. Retweet our shit. Love it. Facebook.com/rudeboys469. Like it. Follow it. Comment. Fucking get involved, people. Please. We love you all. You like our posts. Share them. We love you. Love us. Show us the love.
Love us.
Something that is not getting enough love. Instagram.com/rudeboys469. Tom, you got stuff in the mix?
I do. And, I plenty of love. There's like 85 pictures there.
All right, fine.
Get over it. Clown shoes.
All right, fine. Instagram.com/rudeboys469. Like us, follow us there. Like all our pictures. Repost all our pictures. They're great stuff. Share it. Tell your friends. Tell everybody. You should also tell your friends about our YouTube page that we've been plugging every chance we get. Rude Boys Reacts, our podcast episodes, our little specials when we do a little silly video game posts. We do all that stuff for you, for your eyeballs, and your ear holes. bit.ly/rudeboysrudetube, all lowercase. And again, Nation, with E3 looming, or probably already done, I don't remember when this comes out in relation to E3, you're going to see Rude Boys Reacts for all the big, heavy-hitting E3 video game news. Like that? It's good.
Yeah.
All our episodes are hosted on the lovely, lovely, wonderful, handsome, they're so great Podbean Network. And you can find our stuff, all our good stuff, all our good stuff, rudeboys.podbean.com.
Flick that extreme bean.
If you want to hit me up on Twitter personally, I'm at Tesherms, TEH_SHERMS. Tell me how wrong I am about ET. Whatever. How Bryan Singer can't direct the film to save his life. Post 2003. Tom?
You guys can reach me at Tommy_Cash with a K.
And that's it, Nation. Thank you for sitting in with us, enjoying this X-Men retrospective and a little stroll past Mutant Memory Lane.
Merry Mutant
Memory Lane. For Tom, I'm Sherm, and that's been the Rude Boys Power Hour.
For Sherm, I'm Tom.
For Tom, I'm Sherm.
This has been a Wall Street Bangers production.
Fuck it.